your back straight. So that is a sign. Actually, it is a sign of confidence also to have your back straight. It's a sign of clear confidence and your focus. So when your focus is right, your back is really straight, and we are eager to do something higher for ourselves. Sitting properly is the most important thing. And of course, as we do that, the next thing that we need to cultivate is the mood. Once you sit back, we also discussed about first the technique and then the mood. So the technique is one mantra at a time. So we discussed in the last class that we should focus on one mantra at a time. So when we do one mantra at a time, you are not looking far ahead. Your whole idea about I want to chant 16 rounds, I want to finish my 16 rounds. No, our goal is not about finishing 16 rounds. Our goal is every mantra should be given complete 100% attention and respect and love. Because ultimately it should be with love. It should be with so much love. We are like, how many rounds have we left? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So no, the mantra should be chanted. Yesterday I was listening to a very wonderful speaker on Vedic astrology, and he was saying that mantras only benefit you when the mood is right, the bhava, the mood is right. So first we are trying to get the technique right, but after the technique is there, then we add the mood. So basically, if we find that when we chant, we have to be very focused in our chanting. That is the first step. Second, the mood should be right. So what is the mood? I am going to finish my 16 rounds. No, the mood is I want to give every mantra a clear, focused attention and love. So that mood, that is offenseless. So let me give an example from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, we find that there is a very beautiful example of how Ajamil, despite committing so many sins, we should not, despite committing so many sins, Ajamila was able to chant offenselessly once and he got liberated. His mind was completely purified by chanting once offenselessly. So that is the main thing. So what is that mood? That when I start to chant, what is the mood that I should do? I should become offenseless. So means every mantra I give full attention, then I depend on the mantra. You have to chant as though there are two moods. One, I am chanting. No, I am not chanting. My mood is that I am an instrument. I am an instrument for Krishna, Krishna's name to manifest. I don't have the strength and capacity to chant Krishna's names. I do not have the strength and capacity to chant Krishna's names. But Krishna, by his mercy, by Krishna's mercy, I am able to chant. So we feel privileged. So we should feel privileged that we are getting to chant this amazing holy name. We should be amazed that we are able to chant, and our Guru has given us this opportunity. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has invested all the love in this mantra, and we should not feel burdened, rather burdened. Oh my God, I have to chant this 16 rounds. No, we should feel, oh, this is such a privilege, and the only way we can chant is when we depend. Because when we chant offensively, the acharyas say, when we chant offensively, only words come out. Krishna doesn't. Only when we chant offenselessly, it begins to enter the heart. Only when we chant offenselessly means simply depend on the holy name. Offenselessly means simply depend on the holy name of Krishna. Okay, is the sound okay now? Is it good or?
Yes, Prabhu.
Is it fine? Yeah, okay, alright. So because somebody texted me that, okay, the sound was a little low. So I tried to increase my sound, okay. Alright. So we should feel really privileged that we are getting this opportunity to chant the names of Krishna. So that is the main mood. Oh, I am now going to chant the names of Krishna. And how? I am becoming the instrument. I am not the doer. That's the first thing. I have to chant. I am not the doer. I am letting the mercy flow through me. That is the mood. The moment we think I have to chant Krishna's names, I have to do, no, I am not doing anything. I am not the doer. Who is that? Krishna is the doer. So we become very humble. The first mode is forgiving and humble. Otherwise we cannot. Sometimes we are not in the right state of body and mind. We are tired, we are stressed out. The only thing is Krishna. I cannot. It's not within my strength, not within my ability to even chant or comprehend, because if Krishna wants, he can withdraw the mercy. Krishna wants, he can give the mercy. But he gives mercy to who? Prabhupada explains. He gives mercy to who? Like a child that cries incessantly. I have 2 kids now, I know. If the child cries, you have no option. The parents have no option. My son makes a fuss. I have no option. I have to attend to him. If he cries, then his mom will shout at me, he's crying, why are you not taking care of him? So similarly, when a devotee cries wholeheartedly, Krishna has no option. The devotees tell Krishna, Krishna is crying, go take care of the devotee. So that is how we should cry. And of course, the problem is we mix material sentiments with spiritual. So that is why Rupa Goswami is our Acharya. Why Rupa Goswami is our Acharya? Because he did not get overly sentimental. When devotees were dancing, he was breathing fire within. Means we should be very sober. One of the qualities of a yogi is dhira. Dhira means he is very sober. So when you sit to chant, you should be dhira. Oh Krishna, no, not like that. Our mood is there, but the mood is very, very deep, internal. So you see, devotees are not that. It's not like that, but it's very the mode is very deep, very sentimental, but it's very deep. So because what we do is beyond the skin, it's at the level of the heart, and those feelings are within. You cannot artificially cry. In some apasampradayas, they make you artificially cry. No, you cannot do all that. But we have to be very sober. So the first thing is we make attentive chanting. So I hear every mantra very clearly. So that is first thing I do. But the mood with which I chant that attentively, if I think I am chanting, then it goes. Then it becomes difficult. So how should I chant? So when I chant the mantra, I should depend on the mantra to chant, that the holy name is using me as an instrument to manifest. Because it is Krishna's mercy. In the Yoga Sutras it says that we are an obstacle to our own spiritual growth, our attitude. So attitude is very important. Not the wrong attitude, but the right attitude. So we cultivate the right attitude. This is very, very important. So what we do is we chant. So when we chant, so we have to focus on mantra. First step, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Once you get the concentration right, what is the next step? the next step is to focus on getting the mood right. So my mood is, I am only an instrument. It is Krishna who is chanting, and I simply depend on the holy name. This mantra is everything. I have to cry out for Krishna. Even if I have the greatest problem I am facing right now, I went through too many huge crises in my life. I am sure all of you would have gone through. The only thing I regret in all my previous crises, but this crisis I did, and I found the result. And I am sure the only thing, and I'm sure all of you also, but the only thing I regret is when the greatest difficulty came. Because we are chanting here, this is a practice. Why? All this will be tested at the time of death, just like Ajamil. It was tested at the time of death. All our focus, all our chanting, everything will be tested at the time of death. So we cannot be artificial, we have to be real. If we do not attain taste for the holy name, if we do not attain complete focus and surrender for the holy name, how can we have the same consciousness at the time of death? We have to learn to detach right now. So when I chant, so Krishna says two things, remember, as a part of yoga practice. He says, Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena hitaya cha. How is this possible? By practice and detachment. So once you get the holy name, like now I am chanting attentively, but then we have to get detached from all the other things, material things, because they will keep coming to take your attention away. The moment you think, now I am getting better, no, always be, that's the point, humble and surrendered. At any point, do not give up your guard. Moment when you chant, the moment when you chant, oh no, this is getting better, this is, no, don't self-praise, don't think of anything, just focus on, I have to surrender, I have to focus, I have to surrender. So every mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we are very eager to hear and absorb this into our heart. So with every mantra we are eager and we are humble. That is the point I wanted to add today. So we are eager and we are humble. So when you are eager and when you are very, very humble, that becomes very, very offenseless. Because just the thought, sometimes I've seen that just the time, oh, my concentration is getting better, I'm hearing, I'm hearing all this is fine, but by Krishna's mercy, just add that point. By Krishna's mercy, as long as we are dependent on the mercy, offenseless, just depending on Krishna. So that was what Ajamil did. He simply depended on Krishna. So we depend on the holy name. So if we chant offenselessly, depending completely on the holy name, you will find a completely amazing result. So can we chant like for next 2 to 3 minutes? So many of you are here. We can either go by, you can either turn on video or you can even chant by yourself, whatever is comfortable. So maybe next 2 to 3 minutes, we can just chant in becoming very, very humble. Just we chant and we appreciate. We become very appreciative. We become very, very focused on the holy name, and we welcome the holy name into our heart with all humility. So that mood you add along with the attentive chanting. So we chant attentively, but at the same time we become very humble. We don't have capacity to do anything. It is only Krishna's mercy that everything is happening. So even if my only capacity is to desire. So when I desire right, when I have the right desire, right focus, then Krishna, when he sees our desire, Krishna, ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyaham, then Krishna reciprocates. He's seeing you are humble, you are serious, attentive, all these qualities you are incorporating. Then Krishna is okay, now he will give you taste, now he will give you the mercy. Alright, so let us chant let us chant 2 to 3 minutes, and then like maybe half a round, and then we will get back, evaluate and continue. Okay. All right, so let's close our eyes and chant with great attention. So close your eyes and nicely, or you can keep your eyes open, however it works for you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, 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 Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram. Okay, so now we will find, just 1 second. Okay, so we will find that when we chant like this, so after every mantra, we are becoming very humble. Like the last class I explained, we have to become very attentive, right? Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Then you immediately focus on the next mantra. Have I heard this clearly? Then I immediately focus on the next mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. So step 1, you build up your attention. You build up your attention, so you get the attention right. Once you get the attention right, the next mood is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I become ready to welcome. The mood is I become eager to let Krishna's holy name enter my heart. I just humbly bow down to the mercy. So I am doing the same activity. I am eager. I am focusing on the holy name. But with what mood? I want to let this holy name sink into me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. So I am chanting. The only difference is the slight mood. So it is the same thing we find. Tamal Krishna Maharaj was saying in one class that when you take the darshan, 7:30 darshan in a temple, Govindam Adi Purusham. So the song goes on. At that time, when the song is going on, the Govindam song is going on, you are looking at the deity. Now, all that varies, all that depends, all that changes is the mood in which the devotee is looking at the Lord. Some are beginning, so when they see Krishna, it is like the song is going on, deities are there, very nice. At the second level, you are, oh Krishna, you begin to see the initial manifestation. This is Krishna, this is Krishna, you get to have tears in your eyes. Those are advanced devotees. When they look at it, they have such deep feelings. They are in Vaikuntha already. So all that is happening is within your heart. So japa, the chanting, the attention, the feeling, it's all happening right within your heart. So it is just a slight adjustment of feelings. So our mood is that of humility. So that is why when we begin to chant, I always remember all the previous acharyas, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, because all of their mercy, all the energy that they put into this earth, that all that energy is coming back to us. So we have to be very humble, and they have already paved the way. Remember, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disciples, they used to chant 64 rounds. We are struggling to chant 60. We are getting disturbances in the mind. We are eager to just finish 16. They used to chant 64. Within 4 to 6 hours, they used to chant. If your mind is very clear, I was having this discussion with Radheshyam Prabhu, you can finish one round in 4 to 5 minutes. But because we are very disturbed, it takes us a long time, difficult to focus and all that. But if you get the mood right, if you get the concentration right, if you get the mood right, you will find that this becomes very easy. When does it become easy? I'll give a quick example. Once Srila Prabhupada was in the car and he was going with his most intimate disciples after the morning walk. He saw that one father was picking up his child, and all he was trying to do was post a letter in the post box. Post a letter in the post box. So Prabhupada's eyes lit up big like this. And Srila Prabhupada, all the disciples, they saw Prabhupada's eyes become big. What is happening? What is happening? What does this mean? What does this post box mean? So they asked Prabhupada, what is that? So he said, the child on his own, he was not able to post the letter. But when the merciful Father helps, he lifted the child and the child was able to post the letter. So similarly is our situation. We do not have the strength to chant and do all this. Until and unless we realize it is pure mercy. Some of us think we are qualified, we are this, we are that. That might be, but even then we have to think. Our mood should be, it is only the mercy of the Parampara, the mercy of the holy name, mercy of the Lord and mercy of the devotees, and that we are able to chant the holy name today. So if our mood is right, so when you chant, just humbly change your mood a little bit. So I am attentively chanting, I am sitting in Siddhasana and I am attentively chanting, okay, and I am attentively chanting, but the only slight difference is every mantra that comes in, I humbly welcome that this is Krishna's mercy. So I am eager, so I am attentive, I focus on every mantra and I welcome this mantra with full humility into my heart, because I am just a servant. I am getting this opportunity to serve, and my service is in how attentively and how humbly I welcome Krishna into my heart, because this is none other than Krishna. When is the offense? So we avoid the 10 offenses. When is the offense? Inattentive chanting, number one. Second, Krishna is there. When you chant Krishna's name, Krishna is there. The only offense we make is when we do not welcome him humbly into the heart. When we don't hear attentively, when we listen to the mind, we are committing an offense. So, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. That is why we chant the Panchatattva mantra, to let the mercy flow. To let the mercy flow. We want to let the mercy of all the acharyas, of the Lord, of his devotees come into our heart. So we want to let this mercy come in. So we humbly pray to them. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda. Then with great attention, but the mood is to welcome the Lord with all humility. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. So in this way, if your focus is right and your dependence on Krishna is there, just like the letterbox example, you depend on Krishna because the child knows he cannot post it. So he's depending on the father. The father looks at him, okay. So that is the mood of a devotee, that only by Lord's mercy, by Acharya's mercy. So we are always dependent. So if that mood is there, you will see that your chanting will improve. You don't need to do anything. You just have to humbly follow. Then the mood will improve. So can we chant another 2 to 3 minutes? Incorporate these and finish this round. So I finished half this round, and I want to finish this round, and as soon as I finish, I will stop. Then I will give a couple of minutes for you to finish, and there's nothing called finish though to end this round. So then we will continue. Then I will just add a few more points, and then we will wind up for today. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Take 2 minutes, finish your round. All right. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi. So, I want to take a poll, like at the end here. Is this points? First, any questions? Anybody has any questions or comments on this? Anybody would like to add, or whatever you have chanted? Anybody would like to share a little experience either on chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask questions, or you can share. Sunny would like to share something.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sometimes, with the focus and the intensity of the chanting, I get like this sensation in the front of my forehead, and I'm really focusing and I'm really in that mood. What is that?
So, you're right. So what happens is, okay, let me get back to my video. So, what happens is when you try to chant, your entire focus, so these are the highest energy points in the body, the Ajna Chakra, the Sahasrara Chakra, So when you really chant, your instinctive energy, your intuitive energy is actually here at this point. So that part, so when you chant in the beginning, it does get a little more activated than usual. But after a few days, once you get used to it, Srila Prabhupada said it will go away. One lady said when she chanted, she saw a light. Prabhupada said, just keep chanting, then it will all be okay. So what happens is, just like if you have seen when we practice Surya Namaskar together, in the beginning, first day your muscles are very sore because the body is getting used to it. So there is a certain pressure here. So you see, in the morning, if you cleanse your sinuses, so this is very important. If you want to chant nicely, you have to rub your tongue, cleanse all these parts. You have to remove all the cough. So morning, what I do after I brush, I wash my mouth 21 times. That's what I do. And then I also clean my tongue. And as I clean my tongue, all the cough in this area, all that comes out. So this area becomes clean. Your sinuses, your frontal sinuses have to be very clean. And that's when they are nice and healthy. So when you chant, the name reverberates. So, but if we have been under stress or whatever is there, so then what happens? This stress creates so when we chant, we are trying to get into a higher level of concentration. So the body is not used to that kind of pressure. So first time when you want to sit for a long time to chant, sometimes the body takes a little time to get used to it. So you will find little more pressure at different places. So similarly, when you chant, the sound does create a little more pressure. It's a very beautiful sound. So I have seen this, many devotees tell me this, that when we try to chant attentively, it creates a kind of headache, right? Little bit for some time. But that's because the body is readjusting the pressure. All this while when we were chanting, we were happy-go-lucky. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Like at the beginning of this session, I left my phone on, and somebody called me right at this time, right? So we find that we leave things open. But when you really try to focus, you really see that the airs within your body, they rearrange themselves in a very beautiful way. And that creates pressure in certain points. And here especially, you're very focused. But after some time, once concentration becomes your second nature, this goes up. This pain and everything goes up. Alright? So I hope that answers. Okay. Alright. So any other questions, comments at this point? Alright. So let me summarize what we did today. So basically in the last class, we were discussing about how we should chant attentively, and today we added a little bit of more mood to it. So how do we chant attentively? So attentive chanting begins with hearing clearly every mantra. At the same time, with your each bead, you chant, you fully focus on the full mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then you go to the next beat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. So every bead we chant the full mantra. We are very careful, and at the end of the mantra, then we move the bead. So the hearing and the bead moving is synchronized. Now what we do is we add the mood. So we have to have the right mood. So the mood is like when you are in a theater. I mean, this is not a theater, but we are trying to genuinely please Krishna. But first you by heart the dialogues, you get the dialogues right, and then you have the mood and sentiment. So, but of course, this is the real theater. We are trying to attract the mercy of Krishna. So, what is Krishna pleased by? Humility. So, our mood is that we have to become very humble. We have no capacity. Actually, we have no capacity to chant the holy name. It is only by Krishna's mercy. So when you incorporate that mood, then when we incorporate that sweet mood, then we will be able to attract the sweetness, the sweet mercy of Krishna. So after every mantra, when I said after every mantra, refocus on the next mantra. So how do you focus? With all humility. You focus, but with all humility, you are eager to welcome the mantra into your heart. So that's what I would say. Alright, so that was the summary of today's session. We'll have one more session tomorrow, and hope to see all of you, because there is so much to do, but we cannot add so much in one class. Gradually, because this is something we have to develop long run. So we have to keep adding this. We have to keep adding, improving, going deeper and deeper. Okay? So alright, thank you all so much for joining in today. And if you all like, you can turn on your camera and see each other. Hare Krishna. I would be also, whoever can turn on the camera, I would also like to see all the devotees present today. I do not know. You joined for the first time. And Hare Krishna. And I am very grateful and thankful that all of you joined. And thank you once again.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, and we will all see you tomorrow. I will send the link once again.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. That is very sweet. So we will see you all. I will upload this recording and will share also, and we will see you all tomorrow once again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.